Alright, let's talk the tiny tiebreaker. Uh, but first, we're going to talk my tie. It's the original knife, designed by, I forget who, to be honest. You can look it up on CRKT.com or whatever. But they're wonderful knives, one of my favorite CRKT knives. These both have assist, the Mai Tais. Rather large knife, kind of a modified drop point blade, almost a spear point blade. Not really sure. Got a weird kind of shape to it. I really liked it, to be honest. The shape of the handle and everything and the looks of it. And I don't know, I just picked up a couple because I really liked them. One in the plain edge, one in the serrated in black, or whatever. But as you'll notice on this one, it's just got regular serrations on it. And as soon as I open up the tiny tie breaker here, it's got VEF serrations. They're designed on a 60-degree angle to offer more cutting performance when cutting backwards. I'm not really sure if they're that effective. I haven't tried them myself. I'm sure someone has. I'm sure there's another video for that somewhere. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of show you that the original Mai Tai is a big version of this knife. They also have a tiny tie, or mini Mai Tai, which is smaller than this. I think it's the same size as the tiny tie breaker, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But as you can see, the Mai Tai is a big knife, and then they asked the same guy to design the tiny tie breaker. And I think they went more for aesthetics here. If you actually get a close look at it, it's got a really strange kind of handle design. Don't know if you got the best view of that, but it's nylon scales covered by a metallic coating, and that allowed them to get this really weird batwing-like design to it. And it's shaped also kind of funny, but really nicely. I gotta say, the handle just fits like a glove, like, honest to goodness. You put your fingers in this, they're locked in place here, and then the rest of the knife just accommodates the other ones. And the rounded end here just cups your pinky, and you just have a really solid grip on that knife, even though there's no real texture to the scales or whatever, other than the crazy wave batwing type thing. No jimping on the top. Gotta say, I would have liked it, but then they would have had to get rid of this auto locks feature, not L-O-C-K, but L-A-W-K. And that just locks the blade in place. You can't move this liner, which it is. It's a steel liner lock, stainless steel liner lock, sorry, and it won't move unless you pull back this auto locks device and then move it out of the way, and then the knife will close. It makes it hard to close, but it's a very quick deploying knife, as you can see. It comes in or it came in an assisted opening version. I didn't get it because at the time it was very illegal where I am. Now I'm pretty sure it's not, as long as it's under 3 inches blade length, but whatever. Aside from the point, Autolocks, as far as I know, works. I know if you check out Nut and Fancy, he proves that the Autolocks can fail under extreme circumstances, but yeah, whatever. Seems to work fine for this, considering I haven't ever actually used the knife for EDC purposes or tactical purposes or anything like that. But if I were to classify this, it probably would be, oddly enough, a small tactical folder. It's not that I would want to use this knife in combat, but I would definitely not want to use this knife as an EDC. The serrations go way too far up, and the osate steel, which I'm guessing it is, because there aren't a lot of stats on this knife online, probably wouldn't be my best edge for doing everyday purposes. I've only got this part up here, the flat plain edge, to actually use for anything that I would use an EDC for. The grip is great, so that's why the tactical design might work. Auto locks might keep it locked in place. There is zero blade play, absolutely none on this knife, so that's pretty nice. And I doubt there would be, because it's got steel liner locks, auto locks feature, and it's a mostly metal knife, minus the nylon scales covered in metal. As for the spear point blade, it looks good. It looks cool, but I don't really like a spear point blade for an EDC. Or okay, maybe for the tactical role, as I said, it would work good because it's good for stabbing, and this is good for slicing. But what really, it's a small knife. I don't think it'd be that great for it. I'd go with a much more purposeful knife, made to be a tactical knife kind of thing. Gotta say that I'm sort of unhappy that they stopped making this knife. I would have liked to have gotten one of the assisted opening ones. If you saw me open at the beginning, the Mai Tais, I'm bringing them back in again. They don't have an auto locks feature or anything like that, but they just, as soon as you start opening it, it just opens for you. It's nice, it's cool, I like it. But whatever. Gotta say something about the bidirectional, what's it called? Thumb stud. It's it's ambidextrous and whatever, so it's even on both sides. You can open it either way, left or right, but you can't change this pocket clip any part of the knife. It doesn't go anywhere other than where it is. So it forces you to have tip down carry, and it also forces you to carry it like this, on preferably for righties. Lefties would have to get rid of it and just have a regular knife, or they could keep it. I think it might get in the way. I'm not sure. As far as this clip itself goes, I don't really like it that much, to be honest. That's another reason why I wouldn't have it as an EDC. Just the clip alone, it flares out too much at the end, so it can get caught on too much, and it flares out a little bit too much right at the start. It's hard to get a really good image of it on my webcam, but whatever. Point is, it really gets in the way, I'm sure. I haven't tried it myself. I think I might, just to test that out and challenge that theory, but I don't think I would like it very much. I don't think I'd use it as an EDC for those reasons included, along with the other things that I've mentioned. But if you're a collector of knives and you really like the look of like something really different with all the batwing design and the crazy cutting look of it, then go for it. It's a sweet knife, and I'm sure you can find one on, I don't know, some website that has knives that are out of production. You can't find it on CRKT, and I don't know. Just give it a look at if you want to. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.